De la 7 ani am ajuns la școală și când am ajuns cu problemele de vedere, îmi părea că o să fie totul închis, nu o să am prieteni, dar totul s-a ales prin puterea lui Dumnezeu.
The summer of 2012, my husband and I were fortunate to be able to take our family, ourselves and our children, to Moldova. And our goal was to work at a summer camp for children that the majority of them are orphans. We walk into camp and all of a sudden there's this beautiful girl sitting there on a bench all by herself. She just looked so sad, so lonely, and her head was down and nobody was around her. And so I went up to her with a translator, and I said, hi, I introduced myself, and she told me that her name was Maria, but that's all, I could pretty much get out of her. She wouldn't look up at me, and I said, Maria, let me see your beautiful face. Let me see you. I want to see you. And she looked up at me. And it was then that I realized that she had something just terribly wrong with her eyesight. I could tell.
And so we came back to the United States and right away got in touch with the sponsorship coordinator for JMI and said, we want to sponsor Maria.
După ce am revenit din nou la școală, directoarea mi-a spus că eu totuși mă vor ajuta cu ochii și voi pleca în America.
In the congregation was a man and his wife, and their partners at Rolling Hills as well. And he went straight to his eye doctor, and then his eye doctor was able to put him in touch with Dr. Wang, and then eventually got us in touch with Dr. Wang.
A year after Eyeball 2012, that when we first heard about Maria came to the United States and walked into our One Vision 3D cataract and LASIK center. And I examined Maria, and I realized that her left eye was completely gone, no possibility of sight, had a retinal detachment, and no one did any surgery to restore sight. So she is no light perception in the left eye. For her right eye, she has maybe 1% or 2% of sight. She could see light. So it's called light perception vision. We sat down and I plotted out the whole sight restoration surgical plan, and involved 10 different steps. Each of the steps can have two possible outcomes, success or failure. And we can only get to the next step if the previous step is perfect or successful. So I was telling one of my colleagues that day that it was like you throwing up a coin, you land it, and it has to be heads in order to be able to allow to throw the coin again. So what's the chance of throwing coins 10 times all in succession, all come out with heads? I know that that's a very small possibility for humans, but God is powerful. Got it. We got it. And guess what? It happened. God created a miracle. The surgery went beautifully. I was able to pull the iris off the lens surface without damaging the lens surface, the capsule. I was describing this to a fellow doctor. This is like if you take two pieces of saran wrap, stick them together, glue them together, and then you take a blade in between these two pieces of saran wrap and try to cut it through all the way, separate the two pieces of saran wrap without piercing through either of the saran wrap. It's very, very difficult, and it's nearly impossible. But impossible things happen today. After surgery, we all gathered around Maria, and I did not know whether God will truly make her see, even though surgery went well, but there could be intraocular structure, retina could be scarred, the optic nerve could be damaged. We could not determine all of these before surgery because we could not see those structures. So, excited by this possibility, I put my hands in front of Maria. I said, "Can you see my hand moving?" And she said, "Yes." The whole room full of people, everybody, myself, we all broke into a big celebration and laughter and joy, because we know that we're witnessing a miracle.
Steve and I and Craig and Casey are just humbled, and we're just in awe of God. And why would He choose us to be a part of this? I don't know, but we're glad He did.
Bucur foarte mult că am venit aici, fiindcă datorită Domnului și datorită doctorului Lynns, eu acum pot vedea, acum am posibilitatea să văd. Am posibilitatea să văd ceea ce nu am văzut niciodată. Am posibilitatea să mă simt așa cum nu mă simțeam niciodată. Mulțumesc foarte mult doctorului Lynns. Pentru aceasta, eu aș vrea totuși să știu.
I see Maria. Oh, careful. You see Casey? Look at Casey.
Can you see me?
There's Maria. Look at her.